Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a couple of warm-up drawings slash paintings before I actually do a proper painting. The whole reason behind a warm-up drawing is so that I'm not just jumping into an artwork. I like to kind of experiment a little bit beforehand to be able to get my hand quite loose and my thought process to get going basically. And since I've got this sketchbook, which I did do a review on, I've only done a review on the pencil and watercolour, well, ink based. I thought I'd just break it out and use a couple of pages in that just to see how it reacts, so it's kind of like a 2-in-1 situation. The first two bits I've got are ink and pencil, so I'm going to try some watercolour and also some fineliner since I managed to find some. So that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm kind of got this, I don't want to say obsession, I keep going back to the same two objects in my art studio, which is pot with loads of pens and pencils in it. I haven't been able to find the right medium to put it in, nor the right kind of size, shape, etc, etc. So I'm going to just do a couple of sketches from it and then go from there. I'm going to start off and then I'm going to move into watercolour. I think going from monochrome into coloured drawing, it's basically you start to begin to get the form, and then as you add in colour, it gets a bit more difficult because you have to make sure it's the right colour, tone, etc, etc. So that's what we're going to do. There's no pressure to see how it looks. I'm just going to start drawing and see how I like it. I think I'm just going to keep myself to continuous drawing and not leave the page. I am allowed to look, but I'm not fixed in the position. No, it's not going to be perfectly straight, but it is a start. Okay, might have been a bit distracted. My other half came in and decided to chat to me about work, but, well, his work anyway, but okay, let's try and get back into it. I can't remember which that item is. Oh, I do. I always forget to not draw the pot in because you've still got, I'm only about halfway through the pot and already I've only used about that much pot. really not going to be perfect, but like I said, it is a warm-up drawing, so. We've also started a bit too far up the page, but then again the page is square and rectangular, so either I would have had to have done the drawing a bit smaller, but it would have kind of like gone in together, merged in together, so it's just kind of getting the scale bit right at the moment, but all that just comes with practice. And like I said, it is just only a warm-up drawing, so I don't have to worry as much, as long as I get the general scaling of some of the items right. It should be fine. Just try and draw some of the shapes down here. Cool. I think I'm warmed up a little bit more, so I'm just going to start adding a bit of colour, just to make sure I've got I know it's not perfect, but that's the whole point of a warm-up drawing, to get all the like nooks and crannies of actually looking what the perspective is compared to what you're actually seeing. There's a brush in the set. We start off with the most obvious. There is a red pencil just here. Don't necessarily have to stay within the lines. Which is quite nice because it means you can refocus on what you were missing before. It's a really nice orange. I actually have a, I don't want to say a problem, but recently so obviously I've got to have a part-time job to keep me paying the bills, because obviously this job, this hobby of mine, also known as drawing or painting or whatever you want to call it, it isn't financially stable enough, even though I absolutely love it. The one thing I would like to change is my income from it, because some months I can survive off of the amount I earn from selling it through my eBay selling account. However, it's not enough other months where I have to rely heavily on my other work pay. And I've basically asked if I want more contracted hours at my place of work, and it's a fine line between given more hours, working more hours to get more money, to be able to spend money on this, but you don't have as much time, which is one of those things I've never really grown out of. I really think time is really precious. However, silly that may sound, I'll have more time if I stay on my hours now, but being able to try out new things because of money, because eventually I've got plans to move out and need to get a car, because I'm currently learning how to drive, because I cycle to and from work, which is fantastic, but it's not sustainable in terms of keeping myself physically well, because you can get burnt out quite quickly from it, that I've noticed. And plus the weather is absolutely freezing. Really doesn't help with whole. And there's also the financial aspect of it. If I get a car, I'm gonna need more hours to be able to pay for the car, which is kind of ironic, because I'll be a first-time driver as well. I don't know. I really do enjoy this life I have with YouTube and being able to sell art on the side, but I really would have hoped by now that it would be much more of a priority in my life, that I don't have to focus so much on having to pick up more hours at work. I don't know, it's kind of that grey area, isn't it? any sense at all. I'm just rambling. Normally I don't talk when I draw, but it's actually quite relaxing. Maybe I should try it more. Anyway, do any of you guys have any opinion? How would you, if you have a job or hobby that you prefer, that you do like me, for like drawing or anything like that, how do you cope with balancing the financial part of your life with making sure you get enough time to do it? Because I could easily just take this job that I have to pay for the bills, because it's literally just a job. It's not really a career I want to go into, whereas this is. And obviously taking that job and increased hours means I have less time to do this. So maybe it might make me appreciate the hours I put in a lot more. So when I do sit down, I appreciate the time more, but I don't have as much time to make and create art as much as I like, which is a big shame because I really enjoy it. Always enjoyed it. It's actually one of those subjects at school that if I had art on a Friday double lesson, it was like the best thing ever. I would look forward to it all week because it's kind of like a wind down. Once again, I just really enjoyed it, because why would you not? I wonder what colour this pot's gonna be, because I do have a white, but it's kind of like an off-white, so it would be like that sort of white. So it is there, but you can barely see it. It's kind of got mixtures of colours that I've used to mix it all up. Put a bit more red in to really make this one stand out. Just put a bit brown in. I think I'll leave it at that actually. I do believe I'm perfectly warmed up mentally and physically, so I'm going to put this to one side. I won't close the book quite yet because it's going to be still quite wet from the watercolour, and obviously it will press onto the paper and it might come through onto the other side and then not necessarily ruin, but it will interact with the piece of artwork on the other side as well. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I didn't ramble too much or put you off anything. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section below and I'll do my best to answer it. If there's anything I missed, please leave it down below as well. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I shall see you guys next time. Bye!